Tell me I'm wrong about this. LeBron James just can't help himself. He just can't hide his runaway insecurity over knowing deep, deep down that he will never, ever be seen as the greatest basketball player ever by those who really know the game, by anyone who really matters. And yeah, I know that over the weekend, Tom Brady called LeBron James the greatest ever while sitting up on stage with LeBron at the Fanatics Fest in New York City. What a sellout Tom Brady has become post-football off the field, and he was undoubtedly the greatest football player ever on the field. And he did amaze me by winning last weekend's competition at Fanatics Fest. I don't really understand what it was, but he won it all. All-time great clutch competitor Tom Brady, but man, when it comes to maximizing his money, Tom Brady will say and do whatever is required to polish his good guy image. He loves everybody, and everybody loves Tom Brady. And he even kissed LeBron's ass in front of LeBron because he knows how many billions of followers, how many fans LeBron has, and what a powerful financial alliance he could form with the king post-football, probably post-basketball for LeBron. So Tom Brady rather pathetically said of LeBron, in front of LeBron to the Fanatics Fest crowd, the live audience, and here's the quote, "He's always done things the right way. He's always risen above the noise and the BS and continued to deliver. So you're witnessing the greatest ever, and I hope you guys appreciate that," said Tom of LeBron. By the way, you're watching or listening to the Skip Bayless Show, brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, and I hope you appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Tom Brady went 7-3 in Super Bowls. Easily could have won all three of the ones that he lost. He played well enough to win all three. A guy named, what was his name? Jordan, went 6-0 in the NBA Finals with 6 MVPs. LeBron will finish his career 4-6 in NBA Finals. And by the way, the clutchest shot I ever witnessed by Ray Allen, Game 6, 2013, saved LeBron from a reverse Brady, which would be 3-7. Which, of course, prompted LeBron on last week's Mind the Game podcast to blast ring culture, saying how many rings a player won or lost shouldn't define his legacy, his career. Okay, fine, Bron, unless you're trying to make the case you are the greatest, that you are greater than the runaway GOAT, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, then ring culture really, really, really matters. I dare any of you LeBron apologists out there to tell me I'm wrong about any of this. Tell me I'm wrong on what LeBron said on this week's Mind the Game podcast. Does LeBron ever know how to play the game off the court with the media? LeBron is definitely the greatest at one thing, and that is media and fan manipulation. You know, think about this. He should eliminate the from the title of his podcast. He should just call it Mind Game, not Mind the Game, just Mind Game, because it's just a mind game. Every week's a mind game that he plays. Every week he plays mind games with viewers and with listeners, trying to make them believe he is the greatest by brilliantly planning excuses in their psyches for why he hasn't been the greatest. Happens every week. So this week, LeBron began by raving about Cooper Flagg, who of course is the slam dunk first overall pick, soon to be a Dallas Maverick. And by the way, I agree with every word LeBron spoke about Cooper Flagg. So this is what he did say about Cooper Flagg. Quote, "I personally think that he wants to be great. He had a hell of a year at Duke, a guy that can do so many different things out on the floor, can play with the ball, can play without the ball. His jump shot is going to continue to get better. Super athletic, quick second jump." Okay, all great. And by the way, I'll dive much deeper into what I see and don't see in Cooper Flagg in just a couple of minutes here, but Cooper Flagg, by the way, is still a two-name star. Just for the record, he's not just Cooper. Nobody just says Cooper, and calling him Flagg just doesn't work. It sounds disrespectful. He's still Cooper Flagg, two-name star. So here is where LeBron veered into sorry insecurity and into, here we go again, self-defense. LeBron said of Cooper Flagg, and I quote, "He has the benefit, unlike myself, he gets to join a team that's established with Hall of Fame guys, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, right off the bat," said LeBron of Cooper Flagg. Hall of Fame coach, Jason Kidd. You know, these guys are like, they can give him the whole blueprint while he continues to learn what his blueprint will be. And then LeBron concluded about Cooper Flagg's situation in Dallas. I think that will be an incredible thing to have that type of presence, that type of leadership, that type of just basketball IQ and knowledge around him every single day from those pieces. So I think he's going to be amazing. Talk about a backhanded, backdoor compliment. He's going to be amazing because he's so amazingly lucky to wind up with a much, much, much better team with a much, much, much better coach than I had when I came into the NBA as the number one overall pick, is what LeBron is saying between the lines. Just stop it, LeBron. And hey, LeBron, you even suggested recently on ESPN that your lottery was rigged. That the league said, and I quote you, "Let's keep LeBron home." But come on. You were from the Cleveland area, from Akron, and it was a cool superstar origin story that you did get drafted by your hometown team. And by the way, how can you suggest that lottery was rigged when those Cavs did have the NBA's worst record the year before, the worst? And they did have a 22.5% chance of winning that lottery, the best odds to win that lottery. In a way, LeBron, if you think about it, you were actually very lucky that your hometown team had the best chance of landing you the very year that you were first eligible to be drafted. I mean, talk about luck. And by the way, as a rookie, you did get to play for a coach who was one of the toughest and most respected NBA players ever, an all-time great rebounder who made 5 all-defense teams and won 3 rings. I'm talking about Paul Silas, your rookie year head coach. Not a bad mentor for a rookie number 1 overall pick, wouldn't you say? Now, you got me. Your team was pretty bad. Ilgauskas, Boozer, Battie. But guess what? At 18 years of age, you were able to just green light shoot it as much as you wanted to. You got to average 21 a game, even though you shot only 29% from 3 and only 75% from the free throw line. Were those ever ominous early signs of things to come? But think about this. Getting to average 21 at age 18/19 set you on your path for your greatest achievement. You became the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Just because you've managed to play so much longer than Jordan did, even though he won 10 scoring titles to your 1. But yes, I do give you this. Cooper Flagg has been blessed to be drafted by the team I believe will be the NBA's second best team next season, to the Thunder. That's, of course, if Kyrie is able to come back strong by, let's say, midseason on his surgically repaired ACL. And by the way, just another quick thought about Cooper Flagg's situation in Dallas. I mean, LeBron, think about this. There's still a whole lot of angry Maverick fans about the Luka trade to you guys and the Lakers, a whole lot of deep-rooted, long-lasting anger toward the Mavericks organization, and all of a sudden Cooper Flagg's going to find himself on that hot seat to sort of live up to being the quote-unquote new Luka. I'd say there's some pressure there. I'd say you didn't have any expectations like that, any animosity, any anger aimed at you when you were the hometown hero, the kid made good from Akron with the Cavs, right? I mean, come on, give this kid a break. And now, LeBron, speaking of surgeries, and I don't even like bringing this up because it's just that one subject best left untouched. But Bron, just for the record, you have never had a single surgery. And I'm knocking on this wood for you. Not one single surgery. Your league has suffered what feels like a pandemic of Achilles tears, as well as the usual rash of torn knee ligaments and shoulder surgeries. And yet, LeBron, you've played 22 years without a single surgery. No Achilles, no knee, no shoulder surgery. That is a gift from the basketball gods. Now, no doubt you keep yourself in peak condition, and that certainly helps you avoid injury, but man, you know and I know that a whole lot of peak shape men and women have suffered season-ending and career-threatening injuries and surgeries. It's just dangerous out there. Stuff happens to the best of them, but not to you. Talk about blessed. Maybe even lucky. But now you're suggesting Cooper Flagg has all the luck. Now you're saying, oh, woe was I, stuck in Cleveland with the sorry Cavs, no leadership, no guidance. Poor you, LeBron. I'm sure times were so tough back then that you had to walk all the way from Akron to your games in Cleveland. Just stop it, LeBron. You're the one who's had an amazing ride. Just be grateful for it. You're going strong into year 23, and I don't know, you could easily play at a high level for 25 NBA seasons. You just need to come to grips with the fact that Michael Jordan was laughably better than you. Always was, always will be, period, end of story. Mind the game.